Tonight, find out about interpreter training
and traditional Chinese culture. Stay tuned. TrojanVision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for March 20th, 2015. I'm Sarah Singletary.
And I'm Jordan Nelson. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy University's interpreter training program teaches individuals to become interpreters for the deaf and hearing impaired. This weekend, the program is welcoming people from all over to campus to learn more about the field. Samantha Cocan has the story.
The interpreter training program at Troy University offers students the opportunity to pursue a career in interpreting between English and American Sign Language. Troy University hosted its 6th annual Alabama Interpreter Metamorphosis Conference, or AIM, focusing on interpreter training for the deaf.
This weekend is our annual AIM conference. It's the Alabama Interpreting Metamorphosis, and it is designed to provide students with not only interpreting opportunities, but also the opportunity to experience developing and planning and implementing a conference-type workshop setting.
We're providing workshops for interpreting students in Troy University's program to help them get prepared to go out into the working world. So one of the topics I'm presenting on today is the importance of being prepared for an assignment and different ways you can go about doing that.
At the AIM conference, students will get the opportunity to meet and network with nationally recognized presenters and interpreters, and see ASL in action outside of the classroom.
Well, this conference is one of a kind. Not often do students get the opportunity to meet and network with nationally recognized presenters and mentors, and also have the opportunity to interpret in these settings.
Interpreting facilitates communication between individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing by using American Sign Language, which happens to be one of the fastest growing languages in the country.
It's one of the fastest growing languages in this country, and it just, helps to provide accessibility and to, develop those relationships with a very large, very diverse communities.
How can students get involved? Well, Kekel says,
taking a class, going and volunteering, getting involved with the various community opportunities out there to, interact with the deaf community. There's a lot of ways, and this campus provides a lot of different opportunities for that.
Samantha Cocan, Troy TrojanVision News.
The conference will run through the weekend and conclude on Sunday.
On Thursday, Troy University's Confucius Institute gave students a chance to learn a little more about Chinese culture with their weekly Chinese Corner event. Wednesday's Chinese Corner centered around the Chinese New Year and Lantern festivals. The speaker shared how each of the traditional holidays are celebrated in China, and one student shares with us what he found most interesting about the history behind the celebrations.
Probably my favorite part was the whole backstory behind the festival itself, about the monster and how it came down from the mountain and ate all the villagers and all that kind of stuff, because I never heard that before. That was completely new, and it was pretty interesting.
Students who participated were able to take a little piece of the Chinese Corner home with them by making their own paper lanterns, much like the one seen in the Chinese Lantern Festival. A student tells us what attracted her to come make paper lanterns.
I miss my home, so it helped me to remember something make me very warm, and just come here, and that is kind of interesting.
While some students came specifically for the lanterns, others came to simply learn something new about their culture.
Well, I've heard a lot about the Confucius Institute, and one of our classmates the other day mentioned they were doing Tai Chi, and I thought I wanted to check that out, but I couldn't because of work. So I decided to come to this anyways and learn about the culture of it because I'm half Asian, so I thought it would be neat to learn about it.
In addition to Chinese Corner, the Confucius Institute holds Tai Chi classes every Thursday as well. The classes start at 1 p.m. and are held outside the Confucius Institute offices in Bibb Graves Hall.
Area runners get the chance to help some area children in need in a colorful way this weekend. Kappa Delta sorority will hold a color run tomorrow morning. Runners will get to tackle a 5K course through campus while getting a variety of colored powders thrown on them throughout the run. The sorority says they felt it is a fun way to help a local organization.
We're doing the color run. We're using it to raise money for Prevent Child Abuse America. 80% of the money that we raise this weekend will go straight to the Child Advocacy Center in Troy. So we're having color run Saturday. It's going to be a basic color run, just like the big ones that you see on TV. We also have 1 mile fun run, and then a regular 5K for those that don't want to get color thrown on them.
Registration for the run is $25 and runners can register up until the morning of the event. The run will start tomorrow at 7:45 a.m. on Sorority Hill.
And running won't be the only footwork raising money tomorrow. Some Troy University students will take a slightly slower pace to help fight cancer. The annual Troy University Relay for Life will be tomorrow night starting at 6 o'clock on the intramural fields next to Trojan Arena. Teams will walk for several hours in an effort to raise money to help fund cancer research and honor those who have struggled with cancer.
We will have teams from the university out there raising money that night and celebrating, remembering, and fighting back for the loved ones that we've lost and the ones that are still with us, still battling cancer.
The relay will begin at 6 p.m. on the intramural fields next to the Trojan Arena and will last until 3 a.m.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Closing arguments have begun in the capital murder trial of an Alabama woman accused of making her granddaughter run until she died. Jurors returned to court this morning so prosecutors and defense lawyers could sum up the case of 49-year-old Joyce Harding Garrard.
Police say 3 people are facing charges after taking a 5-year-old girl from an Alabama elementary school. The girl's father, grandmother, and aunt were arrested yesterday in South Carolina. The girl was subject of an Amber Alert for several hours after she did not enter her Union Springs school after being dropped off by bus.
Police in Selma say a woman who was fatally shot over the weekend was likely an innocent bystander. A police spokesman says investigators don't believe that 37-year-old Tiffany Berry was the target of gunshots that were fired outside of a lounge on Saturday night.
Still to come on Troy TrojanVision News. The women's basketball team made a postseason appearance for the first time in over a decade. Colin Cahill has those results and more.
And we'll take a look at one fearless biker. More on that after the break.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit.
Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave.
Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear?
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
The women's basketball team took on the Mercer Bears last night in the first round of the Women's Basketball Invitational. It was Troy's first postseason appearance in over a decade. Troy fell to the Bears by a final score of 83-68. Senior Asiata Maga and Renita Garrett led the Trojans in scoring with 16 points each. Troy played almost the whole game behind, though, as Mercer built a 42-35 lead at the half. Troy had numerous runs in the second half, but could not get it closer than 10 points. The loss ends Troy's season with a record of 20-11. In a season full of records, Troy will finish the season with the highest scoring average in the Sun Belt. The Trojan softball team, hot off a win at nationally ranked Florida State, will travel to Louisiana this weekend to play another nationally ranked team in the Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns. Head coach Beth Mullins tells us that no matter who the opponent, Troy will stick to their game.
I mean, they have a lot of tradition. They're a great team. There's no getting around that. But, again, we're going to approach it the same way we do all the time. You know, play hard, prepare, and trust our preparation and go out there and give it what we have.
The Trojans enter the weekend with a 17-12 record. At home, the Raging Cajuns are undefeated with an 18-0 record, while Troy has a 2-6 away record. The Raging Cajuns come into the weekend ranked 7th nationally. The first game of a 3-game series will be Saturday at 2 p.m. And the men's tennis team will be at home this weekend as they take on 3 teams throughout the weekend. But head coach Scott Kidd talks about how it is important for the team to continue to grow and to get better.
I think we're at a point that we got to push the guys to get better. We've been on a pretty big winning streak. We're going to be facing some tough competition next few weeks with 1 or 2 ranked teams ahead of us. So it's important that we continue to grow and to improve as a team to be ready for these matches. And of course, getting ready for the big conference tournament coming up in April.
The Trojans will play Xavier today and then take on Columbus State and Alcorn State over the weekend as part of the Trojan Spring Invitational. The Troy baseball team will host the University of Arkansas Little Rock for a 3-game series this weekend. Troy's conference record is 2-4, while their season record is just 9-11. Head coach Bobby Pierce says that his team will have to balance practice and rest over this past week, but they still have some things they need to work on.
It's a delicate balance of, resting guys and being ready to go, but there's still so much we need to improve at that the only way to do that is to get out on the practice field and work on it. So we'll try to balance that out the right way and have our team ready for next weekend.
Troy is currently sitting at the number 8 spot in the conference, while UALR is currently tied for 5th. Troy will take on UALR tonight at Riddle Pace Field for the first of a 3-game series this weekend. And the women's golf team will be making an appearance at Saturday night's baseball game at Riddle Pace Field. The defending Sun Belt Conference champions will receive their championship rings before Saturday night's baseball game. Troy won the Sun Belt Conference last season and had the overall winner in Fatima Fernandez-Cano. With just 1 tournament left in the regular season, Troy will enter the conference tournament picked as the favorite to win.